Yep.
That's it.
Good to go. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. It's certainly a difficult day for the community here. I would first like to offer our thoughts, prayers, and deepest condolences to the family, to the friends, the colleagues, and the hundreds and hundreds of students of Elizabeth Gerling. Ms. Gerling was an amazing educator, a beloved principal, and dear friend to so many throughout the entire community. I would also like to give a huge thank you to every member of the Sheriff's Office that worked nonstop on this case since the original call came in. From the moment the Sheriff's Office arrived on the scene, our people worked nonstop. And I just want to acknowledge those with us. And there's others that aren't with us here today that also worked on this case, but those that are present in the room today, obviously Under Sheriff Joseph Lisi, Lieutenant Richard Paul from our Criminal Investigation Unit, Sergeant Fred Peck from our Forensics ID Unit, Investigator Lauren Marlowe from Forensics, Investigators Rick Stanek, CJ Paravati, Justin Copperwheat, Tyler Barnes, Nick Marcano, Ed Constantine, and Michael Ladd Jr. I think I have everybody on that, correct? Got everybody? Yep, I said Investigator Barnes, yep. I also want to thank the United County District Attorney's Office. They worked alongside our people on this case from the very beginning. I also want to thank the members of the Maynard Volunteer Fire Department who were on the scene of this call also, and for their assistance. And lastly, the Onondaga County Medical Examiner's Office. The United County Sheriff's Office responded to 9111 Birch Circle in the town of Marcy for a reported death. Upon arrival, we located a 50-year-old female deceased in her bed. The female was identified as Elizabeth A. Gerling. The investigation at the residence was initially conducted by the members of the Uniform Patrol, along with our criminal and forensic investigators. The circumstances surrounding her death appeared suspicious, so arrangements were made to have the body removed to the Onondaga County Medical Examiner's Office for an autopsy. Investigators were able to determine that Gerling's boyfriend, Jeremy J. Kirch, age 45, from Camden, New York, had been at the residence the night before until early that morning. Efforts were made to locate Kirch throughout the day. He was later located by the Rome Police Department and subsequently taken to Rome Memorial Hospital for an evaluation. On Wednesday, August 21st, deputies were notified by the medical examiner's office that Gerling's death was going to be ruled a homicide, and the manner of death was asphyxia due to strangulation. Later that day, investigators from our Criminal Investigation Unit responded to the hospital and spoke with Kirch regarding his involvement in Gerling's death upon his discharge. After a short conversation with him, he was then transported here to the Kurt B. Wyman Law Enforcement Building for further questioning. After speaking with investigators, Kirch was arrested for murder in the second degree last evening, was held overnight here at the United County Jail, and has been or is being arraigned currently in Rome City Court. Although an arrest has been made, the work is not yet done here. The investigation is ongoing, and this is where we are asking for help from the community. If there's anyone who may have seen a gray 2019 Ford F-350 towing a 2021 R-Pod camper, and I will provide photos of both to the media over the past couple of days, or if they've seen Jeremy Kirch on either August 19th or 20th, to contact our office with any information at 315-765-2226. Again, that's 315-765-2226. As many in the community are aware, Elizabeth, like I said in the beginning, was a beloved principal. And again, our thoughts and condolences go out to her family, friends, colleagues, and students. If there is someone out in the community or former students that's struggling with dealing with this or processing this tragedy, we also have members of the United County Department of Mental Health that are available for for a conversation, for counseling, and we'll provide that number to you in the press release also. And then lastly, I'll provide this photo with the written press release that'll go out. This is the gray F-350 pickup and camper of Kirch that Kirch was driving. And again, if anyone has seen this over the past couple days or have seen him, and this is the photo of him that will be released along with our written press release momentarily. We please ask that you give our office a call with any information regarding this investigation. The district attorney could not be with us this morning. I will attempt to answer some questions if you have them. I don't think I'm going to be able to answer very many at this point, but we'll see what we can do. So with that, if there's any questions.
Sheriff, is he concussed?
Undersheriff, do you want to comment on that?
He's made some statements, with his involvement in the crime, but I can't get into the particulars of what those were.
You said the nature of the, did you say strangulation?
Strangulation. Asphyxia due to strangulation.
Kind of object?
Not going to get into that at the moment.
Can you discuss anything more about how he was found in Rome? Was he this man that people were taking photos of and saw around town?
He was, yes.
With no clothes?
That photo that was out circulating, that is him, yes.
So was that believed? I think he was located and he was taken to the hospital to be evaluated. And that was after he was taken into custody as he was naked, right?
I don't know the exact sequence of events, but the photo you're referring to, that is not when he was taken for an evaluation. That was later that evening.
Did he allegedly leave a ring and flowers on her front steps? And do you have any of her ring video showing if and what time he entered and left her home?
I'm not going to answer that. Obviously, there is video that's part of the investigation, but I can't get into any of that at the moment.
Had Kirch been arrested before, or had he been a person of interest in other cases?
He has not been arrested before.
What was just to get straight on the timeline here, what was the exact time and date of the sheriff's response to her arrest?
I can get that for you. It's not in this here.
Was it?
Tuesday around 10 o'clock.
About approximately 10 a.m. on Tuesday.
And the timeline about the two dates, the 19th and 20th?
Yes, from all day on the 19th, if anyone has seen him or the vehicle or the camper, through the late evening hours of the 20th. So,
Was I lost track of the days. What date was the 19th? Was
that
the 19th the date of the police response, or?
to her home, correct, yes.
It was 10 p.m. Tuesday?
A.m.
Do you know a motive?
No, not at this point. Can't get into that.
Any comment on his state of mind when he was picked up?
Again, I can't get into that. So I apologize for not having a whole lot for you, but that's.
Were you alerted to go to the residence?
There was a call. Someone had located her deceased. So that is correct. So yeah, someone did. Yeah.
Did she live with anyone in the residence?
I don't know the answer to that at this point.
And was he, Mr. Kirsch, was he located, this happened on the 19th, what date again was he, I guess?
He was picked up last evening.
By your office, right? When was he found in Rome?
Actually, I'm sorry. Yeah. So Rome PD, they are the ones who put him in the Rome hospital.
Was that Tuesday, the evening of the day she was found?
Yes, that is correct.
And he spent the night in the hospital, and you guys were to check on him Wednesday. Took him into custody. Took him here for questioning. And then
He was brought in. He was taken into custody by us yesterday from the hospital.
Gotcha.
Yes.
What's the significance of the truck and the camper, or is that simply what?
Just trying to piece together the day, where the various things had transpired throughout this event from the 19th through the 20th. That's all.
Did he live in the camper, or did he have a residence in Camden?
He is. I don't know if we have that information.
He was a resident, what?
His residence in Camden.
Was he believed to be living, whether off and on with the victim in this case?
He had stayed at her home. Again, I don't want to get into the specifics of the length of the relationship, but he had
there
been.
been any
But just more than overnight?
I'm not going to get into that right now.
Had there been any previous domestic calls, even though he had never been arrested,
Had there been a history of any
Not-
domestic call
not
and
that I'm aware of.
disturbances at that residence?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Was he taken to the hospital for a mental health evaluation?
By Rome Police Department, yes. Yep.
At what point did it become apparent? The Rome Police had him in custody for a mental health evaluation. At what point did the sheriff's office become aware that he was in their custody? Or did they alert the sheriff's office that this might be someone you want to talk to?
Well, we had wanted to talk to him throughout that, because obviously he wasn't at the residence when she was found. So other agencies were aware that we were looking to talk to him. Mhm.
Is there any indication of his movements between her house and being found in Rome?
Well, there are, but again, that's why we're looking for the public's assistance to try to piece together, the entire, his travel throughout that entire time period.
You mentioned there were signs, I don't know how you worded it, but that your death was suspicious. What were those?
I can't get into that, but I just certainly, again, I want to credit the work of the folks up here with me, and there's some others that aren't up here that what they saw at the scene was suspicious to them, because that's what they do. I mean, they do a great job at that, and they felt that this definitely was a suspicious death and warranted a full-fledged investigation. And like I said, they worked on this nonstop from 10 o'clock the morning we arrived at the scene until still this morning, obviously, as he's being arraigned. So again, just want to credit the folks up here, and then obviously the others I mentioned that aren't here. But it's their commitment to doing their job that they were able to close this case quickly and swiftly. It's just a tragedy, though, for the community that, like I said, just looking at the social media stuff on her pages, obviously she was very beloved by many, many people in the community. So just a tragic thing.
Were there any other indications of any other crimes like burglary or larceny or anything like that associated with it?
I can't get into that either at the moment. So.
Does she have a family?
Oh, yes. Yes, she's from the area. Absolutely, yes. Yep. All right. Thank you very much. We'll keep you updated. If something changes, you'll get something from us. So. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to get that written release out immediately with the photos attached. So, yep. Thank you.
Sheriff, did you say boyfriend?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'll get in touch with you. We'll come on tomorrow.
Sure. Absolutely. Yep.
Thank you.
Do you want anyone want